back to my channel, and I'm going to be talking to you today about these books that we used for our missionary studies 2018-2019 homeschool year. I don't remember where I first learned about these. I think I was online trying to find The Good News Must Go Out, which is another missionary story, and I came across some of these, and so I picked them up. If you have Windows to Our World, which is another like geography missionary book, I would say that this goes really well with this, or goes really well with that. I have books 1, 2, 4, and 5. I just ended up not getting 3, not on purpose, just by accident. And when we first started out with this, I really liked it. What I love most about this is the author, Rebecca Davis, takes information that she finds online through the news that the missionaries have put online, the culture, journals, and everything, and she created these books in a more children-friendly format. So they are all based on true stories. And the first 2 took place in Africa. We have Ethiopia and Central Africa. This one took place in Asia, and then this one worked in Colombia. So again, it worked really well with geography as well as Bible and missionary stories. It has a lot of cultural stuff in here. So they talk about the witch doctors. They talk about I don't think that the term voodoo is ever used, but definitely false gods and things like that, and how missionaries brought the stories to them. White men missionaries as well as tribal missionaries. And if you are looking, so let me go back. Some of the things that I really struggle with in Western missionary stories is that it's all about us bringing our culture into their culture and kind of making them more like us. There's a term for it, and I can't think of what the term is, but it's basically the goal is to civilized. That's the word, civilized them. And the thing that I really want to find in missionary stories is truth, of course, but at the same time, there was missionaries that basically lived within these places and just showed them what truth was, and then let their culture or these new converts basically put aside things like worshiping different idols, worshiping stuff, worshiping the true God, but still keeping to their culture. And I really love true stories like that. Every Sunday we do, instead of our other reads, we go through more of the books like this. The first one we did was Count Zinzendorf, and the second one we did was Hudson Taylor. And I think because I don't know much about Count Zinzendorf, it didn't bother me as much. So that one was interesting. Hudson Taylor, it was really hard for me to get through. I wasn't so impressed with the writing. I thought that these authors took a lot of liberties in basically an outline that we have, and they kind of embellished it to sound good. And just some of the things I have personally with Hudson Taylor and his faith. So I just have a little difficulty with that. And then I had Eric Liddell, so we went to that. As you can see, we kind of have a theme of China here. And I've always wanted more information about a missionary to China, because one of my favorite books of all times is Peanut Butter's Friends in a Chop Suey World. That was my childhood favorite book, and I highly recommend that one. So we've been doing this. This one hasn't been too bad. Again, I don't know too much about Eric Liddell, so we've really have been enjoying it, especially because of his Olympic journey. I've got some sports boys here, so that's been interesting to them. And then this was going to be our next one, and I had a friend who has really studied Gladys Aylward, and she came to me and she was talking about how she was really disappointed in this book because, again, what I felt with Hudson Taylor, she felt with this one, that they just took too many liberties and embellished stories to kind of put this story together. And I just find that really frustrating. So I was really glad to have something like this. I'm still looking for others. It's why I'm putting this video together, because I don't think there is a whole lot out there of different missionary stories. So I wanted to share this with you, and I hope this video is helpful for someone. Again, we have a bunch of thumbs up from our family for these books. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video.